So I'm in the parking lot at Target. I was just out getting groceries and some clothes for a wedding that I'm going to this weekend, but I literally, while I was in there, got a call from my contractor saying that the excavator has said that they have a footings inspection scheduled for Wednesday. Now today's Thursday, so it means that, we're still about a little ways out, but that means that they have to have the footings dug by Wednesday, which means that they're gonna start digging like within the next few days. So that is a huge relief. I've been really, really stressed about this, just kind of like feeling like this is never actually going to get started because everyone keeps pushing everything back. So yeah, we have it scheduled, at least a footing inspection, and then once the footings get inspected, then they'll be able to go and do, put the footings in, put the basement walls in, and we'll be rocking and rolling. I thought it would be more visually interesting to just basically do a fast track of showing me grooming my horse instead of just me talking to camera, at least kind of give you something different to look at. This is my 26-year-old horse Royal. I've had him since I was 14. We've been together for a long, long time. We basically grew up together, so this is just me getting the dirt off him because he likes to roll around in the mud. Anyway, so kind of the drama with the excavators has been just absolutely very stressful, and we started out with the first person. He initially was on vacation when we were kind of getting ready to dig, and so then when he came back, he went down to the land and he looked at it and he was like, oh yeah, I can do it. And then he came back and he was like, well, there are some very large stumps from the trees you cut down, so I'm gonna have to use my big machine to get those out. And we're like, okay, cool. And he was like, well, I don't know if I have any place to really put the dirt when it's done. And it's like, okay. So I went and I, found a place for it. And he was like, well, it's really far away. And it's like, well, they're willing to take it. You said you didn't have a place for it, so there's a place. So kind of what's the deal? Like, if it's going to cost you an extra, like $500 to $1,000 to get it to where they're willing to take it, that's fine. Just charge us the extra amount. But he just kind of kept coming up with excuses to not do it. So eventually we were like, okay, this guy is clearly not interested for whatever reason. So then there was someone else, and he seemed like he was pretty interested, but then he just kind of stopped answering his phone. Like, he just wouldn't, say when he was going to be able to get down there and do stuff. And so, of course, when you have someone who can't, like, actually commit to a time, it kind of makes it hard to get everything else scheduled. So then my general contractor contacted a more full service type firm, and they agreed to do not only the digging for the basement, but also dig the footings, arrange for the inspection for the footings, pour them, and then they're going to do the basement walls, putting those in, and then also they're going to do the backfill. So kind of once all the walls are in and they're structurally sound, then kind of putting the dirt around it so that it, is in the land. So how long has it been? It's been like, I don't know, like 6-7 weeks since we tried to kind of get this process started. So I have been like going out of my mind that entire time. So now, now luckily, they did dig the hole. So there's a hole for the basement and everything, and the footings inspection was today, so they got the all clear for that. So they went ahead and poured the footings, so that's ready to go. And now it's a matter of just letting the footing set, and then they'll come back and put in the basement walls. And once those are set and backfilled, then my general contractor, he and his crew are actually doing the framing of the basement. So putting in the walls between like kind of the different areas and putting in the stairs and, you know, kind of getting that all set up and ready to go. So those are the next things on the docket. We also have arranged tentatively for delivery of the panels at the end of the month. We are very optimistic, you know, that we're going to be able to keep that deadline, that it's going to be it's going to be something that we can meet with, you know, hopefully relatively few problems. You know, we'll see. Kind of my luck on this build has been that, you know, to expect, you know, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst type situation. And I guess we'll see what happens as we keep going. So here we can see the footings. So kind of that little square that you see, that's the downstairs bedroom that probably will eventually be an office. Not quite sure what it's going to be yet. And then this whole back area here, that is eventually, that's going to be the basement, and then on top of that is going to be the bedrooms and bathrooms. And then this kind of big square here is going to be the garage, and above that is going to be the kitchen, and kind of, well, the kitchen and the living room are kind of going to be one big thing. So you can kind of see the footprint of it, and it's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. For whatever reason, I just pictured it being absolutely small. So this is kind of something of a pleasant surprise that it's as big as it is. So hopefully get the walls poured sometime either later this week or early next week. Hopefully get framing done in the next couple of weeks. And then right now, tentatively scheduled to have the panels delivered at the end of the month. So that's where we are right now.